Okay, so we are continuing in our Shaar HaBitachon. We are in chapter 3, and our topic today is a continuation from yesterday. We're trying to understand, according to Shaar HaBitachon, why it has to be that man works for his living. Because if everything comes from God and right, and the effects, whatever effects happen in this world are all decreed by God. So why did Hashem have to make it this way that we have to work for our living? And so he explained that two reasons. The first reason is sort of this test. Right? That was the story that we said yesterday with the Gabbai who steals. Right, everything is going to come to you. Um, Everything is decreed it's going to come to you. It's just it will come to you in a mutter way or an usher way. And so that's part of your mission here on this world is to test it, to test and to choose. You have to choose God. And the second reason that he explains is it's sort of this protection. That Shar B'Telefon explains that those who are become lax and have nothing to do often go towards sin and end up sinning. And so one way the I guess the way to protect yourself would be to be busy and to be busy with work. And so it serves as a protection from you from sinning. So from there he picks up and he says that the need to obtain a livelihood also protects you from another thing. So he says, out of the great compassion of Hashem, he made it that we should be busy with having to earn a living. Um, and he made that your entire life you should be occupied with this. Why not? So you don't have the leisure to try to seek to know things that you have no need to know, and which you can't grasp your mind around them. For example, like topics like the beginning of the universe, before its creation, will be after universe. Like it says in Koheles, the pasuk says, "Games olam nasam liba mibli ashalim." Adam es ha'maaseh asher asa Elokim mirash v'atzof. He has also put preoccupation with the world into their minds, right? He made us part of this world, so that man should not find what God has done from beginning to end. Meaning, I think you see this sometimes. Some people who have really nothing to do, they start to go a little bit crazy because they spend their time thinking about these very deep things, which are it's sometimes a little bit scary and too hard for us to really contemplate. So that is exactly what the Shar B'Telefon is saying here, is that it's a protection not only from sin but also for you, for your mind and your mental health. But he explains that based on these two reasons, right? If these are the reasons why we have to work, so then there may be an exception to somebody who has to earn a livelihood. If you reach such a high spiritual level that these two reasons don't apply to you, these two benefits of Yeshivas no longer apply to you, then says the Shaar HaBitachon, Hashem will free you from the burden of having to work. If a person makes the service of Hashem so much his priority, chooses fear of Hashem, and he places trust with him in regard to spiritual and worldly matters. He stays clear of negative stuff. And he yearns for acquiring good traits. And he does not rebel in Hashem when he's in a state of tranquility. He does not veer towards pursuit of leisure and laxity. The Yitzhar does not persuade him. He's not taken by the enchantments of the world. The person has reached this high of a level, right, where he's shown that he can act appropriately even when giving this freedom, then he will be relieved of the burden of having to seek out natural cause in order to obtain his livelihood. Because of the two reasons, don't allow apply to him. In regards to testing, there's no need to test him. We already know he's loyal to serving Hashem. And the risk of rebelling against Hashem out of receiving good, right, is also inapplicable to him. Because he's shown that he has focused on the service of Hashem even when he's very comfortable. In such a case, his livelihood will come to him easily without preoccupation, without toil, kifisi puko umitzono, to the extent of satisfying his basic needs and sustenance, as he quotes from Mishlei. So there we have it. That is the reason why man has to work. But someone who these reasons would not apply to, he seems to have this special provision from Hashem. Everyone have a great Shabbos, and we'll meet again next week with God's help.